Well, we keep hearing that mortgage rates are going up, but not so at RBC. The bank has lowered some of its fixed rate mortgages by up to 10 basis points. Is this a sign that borrowing rates will go even lower this year and that other banks will follow suit? Joining me now, Alyssa Richard, Chief Executive Officer at RateHub.ca. Hi, Alyssa.
Hi, thanks so much for having me today.
So what do you think is the timing of the RBC decision?
Well, I think whenever we're talking about interest rates, it's important to remember that we're still recovering from a recession. The economy's made a lot of solid progress, but there's still a fair distance to go. So most recently, if you've been following unemployment rates, they increased in Canada as we lost 50,000 jobs. And so this put some downward pressure on bond yields, and mortgage rates followed suit.
Okay, but this seems to be going against what we've been hearing all along. Could this possibly have anything to do with competition?
I think this announcement's less to do with competition, especially because RBC made this move quite quietly. They didn't issue a press release, for example. And that was a really different story. If you remember last year to BMO's big 2.99 announcement, this seems like quite a different move.
Are other banks likely to lower rates as well as a result?
Yeah, I definitely think we will see rates across the board come down by the end of January as much as 10 basis points. RBC is often a first mover in the industry because they have such a large percentage of the Canadian market. So I think it's likely that we'll see other lenders come down as well.
Now, I'm wondering what Jim Flaherty, the finance minister, would be thinking of this. He's certainly been trying to cool the market.
Yes, and you know, I mean, many analysts are still expecting that rates in 2014 will come up very moderately, but it has been said that rates should stay quite low until 2015. And also important to remember that these rates are still higher than 2013's low of 2.64%. So rates are still higher compared to 2013, but it is surprising to see this 10 basis point drop.
A good time to buy a house then, would you think?
I mean, that's always hard to say. I think it's important for Canadians to look at their finances and make sure that they're getting into a situation that they can afford. But if they are ready, you know, it's always great to lock in a low rate and give yourself, 3 months to look for a home.
Okay. Alyssa Richard, thanks so much.
Thanks again for having me.